Hey guys! Today is the day I finally show you around our Amsterdam apartment. If you follow my channel, you may know we moved here in November, so it's been 3 months since we moved in here, and back when we moved here I did like an empty apartment tour and I kind of filmed the moving process, and now we've come to a point where I think we're almost done. There are of course a few little things we still want to tackle, but for the most part I think the decorating is all finished and I'm really happy with the way the apartment looks now. So I'm finally ready to show you around, show you how we've decorated everything, how we live in our small little Amsterdam apartment. So I live here with my boyfriend Robert and our 4 rats. Yeah, let's begin in the hallway. So this is what you see when you walk in through the front door. It's our little hallway, which really is very small. I'm not sure how it comes across on camera, but it is tiny. All we have in here is just the necessities. So over here we have a coat hanger rack thingy that just has our coats and an umbrella, some scarves, and then on top we have one bin that holds scarves and hats and gloves and things like that. And then a few more hats everywhere, because I'm a hat person. I love hats. Moving on to the side, there is a little gallery wall that I set up that has just a few pictures that are really special to us, some great memories, and obviously the phone that connects us to the front door downstairs. And then there is this shoe cabinet, which actually was left here by the previous owners, so we very gratefully make use of that, and that just stores more shoes. And then on top of that I just keep my handbag here. So on the other side here we have a little like utility storage closet thing that we just literally stuff in that doesn't fit anywhere in the house. So yeah, I think like shopping bags and instruction manuals, yeah, things like that. My sewing machine and my baking supplies, raincoats. You always need raincoats in the Netherlands. And the vacuum cleaner lives in here as well. And then here is the bathroom, so let's move into there. Now the bathroom is one of the spaces in this house I absolutely love. It is pretty small, but I feel like it's the perfect size for just 1 or 2 people. It's pretty luxurious, so I'm really happy with this bathroom. It's a rental apartment, so we were kind of stuck with what we had here, and I'm very happy it is this. I added a little shelf unit over here to store all of my products, and I decided to put fake plants all around the bathroom because I love the plants. You'll see loads of plants in our apartment, but obviously there are no windows here and it gets super moist in here, so fake plants are the way to go. And we have all these bamboo kind of storage boxes, which I feel like look very spa-like, especially with the plants, and then all the white towels. And then I have 2 bins down here that just hold kind of like beauty products again, things like that, and then towels down there as well. And now we have our sink, obviously, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Now we have a little towel warmer, which is super nice. And then on the other side here is our toilet. And above there I just made a little nook that has a scented candle and some reed diffusers and other fake plants. And then I just have some feminine products in that box. Another thing I really like about this bathroom is that the shower is in a little nook. So you actually kind of just go around the corner here and there's the shower. It looks a lot bigger from over there than it actually is, but yeah, it is right here. So we have a curtain up here, and then we just store our kind of shower products on this little glass shelf, and that is it for the bathroom. Alright, so now we have arrived in the living room, which is obviously where we spend most of our time in. We have very much designed this room to be about just relaxing. You know, that's the purpose of a living room in our opinion. So even though it's a small house, we wanted to have plenty of space to just relax and have people over and, you know, sit people down when they do come over. I think I'm gonna start here and then just kind of move into the kitchen. So right here is the door to our bedroom, but then here we have our sofa, which is gigantic. It's one of those kind of big corner sectionals, and I love it because it can seat so many people. We can lie on it, we can just sit on it. It's so comfortable. It's the most comfortable thing ever. It is from IKEA. By the way, pretty much everything you see in this apartment is IKEA. I am a big IKEA fangirl, so I will mention things that are from other places, but if I don't mention anything, you can assume it's IKEA. Sofa is IKEA, love it. It's the Kivik in the grey-green color. Behind the sofa, we have decided to hang these kind of like picture ledges. They are also from IKEA. I just wanted to kind of like put some stuff down there. We have loads of decorations and not that much space to put them, so I think this is a really nice place to kind of display some things. And we also have a little charging station in there, which is really handy. We have this big lamp here and a monkey from the Apenhul. And next to the couch there is a basket which just holds some blankets. Then above the couch I have this art by which my grandmother made. My grandmother is an artist, a professional artist, and I have a lot of her art around the house. So these are two of her paintings. And then up in the corner there is my black and gold dragon that my dad made me. So on the windowsill I have a lot of plants. I love plants, but this is a pretty dark apartment. We don't get a lot of natural light in here, so I try to keep the plants kind of like closer to the window so that they get a lot of light in. Then in front of the sofa we have this nice fluffy rug and two coffee tables, and the coffee tables are actually from Lane Bakker, and on there I just have like a little candle arrangement and coasters and things like that. So then we get into the other corner of the room, and here we have obviously some more plants on the windowsill, but then my harp and my baron are here, along with this little fluffy guy who was a Christmas decoration, and I'm not entirely sure whether I want to put him away or not. I quite like him there, I have to say. So we have that little corner over there, and then this is our bookshelf. I love this thing. I am so happy we got such a huge one. It is pretty big for the space. All of our furniture is pretty big for the space, but it's just a really small space. So we decided not to get a separate kind of TV stand because I don't like the look when a room is like focused around a TV. So I wanted the TV to kind of disappear into other things as well. So we just have the TV in a bookshelf, and yes, we did buy the TV to specifically fit inside this bookshelf. This is our first house, so we were able to kind of buy everything exactly according to our needs. Yeah, on top of the bookshelf I have my plants. These are all pretty special to me. The plant on the left, Peace Lily, was the first houseplant my mother bought me when I first moved out of the house 6 years ago, 7. And then the plant on the right, I know this is a super popular plant right now, but this one is actually really old. It grew from a leaf that was in my grandmother's bridal bouquet. How cool is that? And it's way older than I am, and I tried to take really good care of it because this is just the coolest thing ever. So inside the bookshelves we tried to keep this kind of calm. We have more books, but we picked out kind of the ones that were most special to us or kind of like aesthetic, because this is obviously a focal point in the room, so we wanted it to look nice. So I tried to kind of separate them by color and category and just size and everything. Series. We have Robert's ukulele in here and some little like decorational items, some photos. This is a drawing that I made Robert, and obviously our TV and our Wii is underneath there. We made holes in the back of the bookshelves to kind of like put all the cables through, so we have the Wii and the games. So then moving on, here is the Red Palace. We currently have 4 boys living in here, and we have this gigantic cage for them, which they absolutely love. I love it, I am happy they're happy. It is quite a overpowering element in our house, but like I mentioned, it's just a really small space. We don't plan to live here forever. Their happiness is a priority over my kind of aesthetic in the house. So yeah, I am really happy we have this big giant cage for them here. Right next to that is our dining area. As you can see, this is a bar table, and we decided to get like a really high bar table pretty much on a whim. Actually, we were walking through IKEA and we noticed this bar table and we were like, that's actually kind of cool. So we decided to get it. I think it looks pretty unique, and it's something that kind of sets the house apart from all the others. It is pretty practical as well because you can stand while you're doing things on it, which I love to do. I work from home and I sit behind my computer all the time, so I like to be sometimes, you know, just be able to stand while I'm doing things. And then we have these bar stools, which we bought through bol.com, and I believe they came from Germany. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Above the table we just have another one of my grandma's paintings. This one she sent us as a housewarming gift. It's a very recent one and I absolutely love it. And then on the table I just have a little succulent arrangement and some scented candles. So then from the dining area we can move straight into the kitchen. It's an open kind of space which I really love. In my previous apartment I had a separate kitchen and I hated that because when I had guests over I had to constantly just leave and not be part of the conversation and everything. So I love being able to just cook here and still be in contact with the people in the living room. Right here we have some open kind of like storage space, shelves, things. Here's like a little basket where we keep our keys and kind of like things we need to grab quickly, bicycle lights, things like that. So down here we have my loose leaf tees, all the books that either didn't fit or just didn't look that good in the big bookshelves. So this is kind of like our book overflow. Then here, as the kitchen begins, we have another little plant up there. So let's move into the kitchen. So the kitchen is another place that I absolutely love. It is such an upgrade from my previous house. It has this lovely built-in microwave oven. Here is a little built-in fridge that is rather small but big enough for just the two of us. We have a lot of cabinet space, which is amazing. I love having this much space and I really like the look of this kitchen as well. Again, it's a rental, so we got really lucky with this. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I try to keep the kitchen pretty clean and minimal, so up here I just have my kitchen machine and a knife holder block thing. And then here I have soap dispenser, some lotion dispenser, a kitchen roll dispenser, some dish soaps. And then on the wall here we have this big rack hanger thingy that has some cleaning supplies and things like that. Towels, kitchen towels. And then on the other side, back here is our stove, which I am also super happy with because I can finally cook on gas. So here I have my oils and vinegars and things like that. Obviously my kettle, which may honestly be the most important thing in this house. Then we have a bread holder thing, box. And then these shelves also came with the apartment, so I just kind of tried to decorate them with, you know, semi-useful items. So next let's move into the office and bedroom space. So here is the bedroom and office. Now I say bedroom and office, like I mentioned, I work from home and this apartment only has one bedroom, so we had to kind of find a way to make some office space in here so that I can work and kind of store all my work things that I need for that. I think we were really successful at that. I'm actually surprised at how well all of this worked out in such a tiny space, so I'm really happy with that. First of all, here I have this big cabinets. I have two actually. It's the famous IKEA Expedit or Kallax, I'm not sure which one it is currently. I know they changed names, but that system. And I just have pretty much everything I need for work in here. Up on here I have this little nook of things that were my style in my previous apartments and don't really fit in this one anymore, but things we don't necessarily want to get rid of. And these obviously Kuchelen and the Women of Ulster that my dad made me over here. And here is my tea garden box and bottle, which is the perfume I came out with last year. I am so proud of that, so I'm really happy to have that up there. Here on the door we just keep our dressing gowns, and I have my dancing workout kind of clothes over here in this little bag so I can just grab it and go. So that's that. And then on this side we have another one of my grandmother's paintings, which is gorgeous. Then here I keep my makeup brushes, and then this is my makeup storage. I have a whole separate video tour of this and everything that's inside, so you can check that out if you're interested in that. But yeah, it lives right here and I'm so happy with this. So looking at the other side of this space, this is where I film my hair tutorials. So this is the mirror back here. Here is a door, and inside there is just a little laundry closet and just storage things. So we have our washer and dryer in here, and yeah, just more things, stuff everywhere. So I have my silver play button on the wall here and the photo of me that was featured in Cosmopolitan magazine Netherlands, which was really cool. So I have those up on the wall. And then here is my desk. I have a desk planner out, a little tiny little reed diffuser, another fake plant, you know, just some pens and pencils, typical desk stuff. And I have a little tea warmer because I usually have a pot of tea up here when I do sit here. And then I have this little thank you card. I used to be the treasurer of our study association for Celtic Studies in Utrecht. When we resigned our functions, the next board gave us this little thank you card, hand drawn by a friend of mine, which is really cool. So I just have that up there. So let's move on to the actual sleeping part of the bedroom. So as you can see, what separates the office from the bedroom is actually the headboard for the bed, which is absolutely perfect. It just looks like a little separation wall thing, and I absolutely love that. So here is our bed. It is a rather small bed, but it doesn't feel like it. It is plenty big for us, and it is against the wall, but we don't mind that. It has always been like that, even in my old apartment, so we're kind of used to sleeping like this. So we're honestly fine with this, and it is just, oh, I love this bed. Absolutely in love with it. So over the bed we have another one of my grandmother's paintings, and then in the corner there are my king and princess dolls that my dad made me years ago when I first moved out as well. I've always had those up, so they are here as well. And then on the windowsill we currently have a printer. We just bought it and we don't really have anywhere else to put it, so it kind of ended up there, but I tried to kind of decorate it so that it doesn't look just like a printer. So outside, as you can see, we have a little balcony, and we haven't done anything to that yet at all because we moved here in November. So when spring comes around and it gets a little bit warmer outside, I am so looking forward to decorating that, putting down some furniture so we can sit there and just enjoy the sun. But as of now, it is still completely empty, and here is my love, our gigantic closets. This is my side right here. I love how big this is. Oh my gosh, guys. I have all my clothes in here. Drawers and baskets and hanging space in the shelf and more shelves, and absolutely love this. You will see this in more detail at some point, I'm sure. Probably want to do like a spring cleaning or maybe like a tour or something. And that is it. That is our entire apartment. Like I mentioned, we don't plan to stay here for very long, but I think it is absolutely perfect as a kind of first shared apartment, so I'm really happy we get to live here, and I'm really satisfied with what we were able to do with it. So I really hope you enjoyed this little tour. If you did enjoy, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for loads more videos. There will be another video here that you may also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!